Miss Braxton. I hope that you have all had wonderful weekends. I am recording this video to answer some of the most frequently asked questions for your check-in from week one. So I want to thank everybody who filled in the check-in. It really gave me an idea of kind of how you guys are feeling and just some things that I can clarify to make your lives easier, I hope. So the first thing is, I think that I just want to review really quickly where you can find your homework and how unit guides work. So right now I'm in an AP Government Google Classroom, and just to clarify, pretty much every single thing, literally actually everything we do is going to be on Google Classroom. So someone asked me about Blackboard. Blackboard, the only thing that you're going to get from there is your online textbook, which we will be figuring out how to troubleshoot on Monday. So when the teachers were trying to figure out exactly how that's working, apparently the instructions we gave you is not working for everybody. So if you're looking for those instructions on Blackboard, it's under class materials. You can try it yourself by clicking on class materials and then reading through this PDF, but I understand that there's been some issues with that. So what we'll do is we'll either figure out how to set this up in class together, or we're going to just give you very, very, very explicit instructions for how to do this, because apparently these instructions aren't working. I'm sorry about that. This is, again, something that all of the AP Gov teachers are going to try to figure out on Monday. So I will get you updated with that. But that's the only thing that's on Blackboard. Everything else is going to be on Google Classroom. So when you go to Google Classroom, you're going to click on classwork. And like I said before, everything that you're ever going to need for this class is going to be in your unit guide. And these unit guides will always be posted before the unit begins. So when you click on the unit guide, you're going to always check the right-hand corner for the homework. So if you are looking for, okay, what is due next class, you click on the date of the next class, right? So I saw you guys last the 10th and 11th. If you're looking for, okay, today's the 10th and 11th, what's happening next class? You're going to look to the next class, and that's what's due. So you're going to be reading the Declaration of Independence and watching this FAQ how-to video. Then after you finish that, if you're like, okay, well, what's happening the next class? Then you'll look, and it's the Articles of Confederation. So that's how you read this guide. And everything we do in class is also there and linked. But that's how you'll be able to get ahead. And I had some people asking about, what should you expect for the reading? If you get the hard copy textbook, you will see that the textbook actually isn't actually that thick. And for example, for this whole unit, you just have chapters 1 and 2. So these chapters aren't really long, but you will be held accountable for reading them in your tests. So you have tests every other unit. And this is really, again, just an opportunity for you to get a feel for how the AP Government test is going to be. In terms of like the grand scheme of your grade in this class, tests relatively count for not a lot. It's pretty little, especially in comparison to other years. The bulk of your demonstration of your mastery of skills and the bulk of your grade is going to come from project-based learning projects that we do, again, every other unit. So this unit, you do have a test. Next unit, you'll have a PBL. The unit after that, you'll have a test. The next unit, you'll have a PBL. And again, we have a rolling grade book, so it averages out through the whole year, not quarter by quarter. So anyway, so that's how reading works. And again, you can always work ahead. So if if this week you set up your online textbook and you look and you want to see how long chapters 1 and 2 are, go for it. You'll typically have, like a couple chapters to read every unit. And I don't think that any of the reading's really that complicated or that long. I hear you guys when you're saying that you want breaks. I totally get that. I hear you when you say that you want to use, have some time to work in class on work. I don't know how much I can promise of that will happen in class, just because we have so much packed into each day, at least this unit, because this unit we were making up for school starting later. But I am hoping to be able to use Highlander time, not just for discussion, but also for independent work time, because I know how much that means to you guys, and I want you to feel like we're maximizing your time in class, and to also give you just a little bit of a break from, having to constantly be on all of the time. The last thing I'll say is that, actually second to last thing, I got a lot of feedback about cameras, and people actually, it was like something that I liked. People like having cameras on when they're talking, and then you guys said something that I didn't like, when teachers made us have our cameras on the whole time. So I think a lot of the feedback that I got was that people just want you to have your camera on when you're talking, which I totally understand. And like, I hate talking to black boxes as well. So, you know, what I'm going to encourage is, because it seems like people do like it when cameras are on, at least when people are speaking, is that I want you to try to have your camera on at least when you're speaking. It definitely does not need to be on the entire class. But if having your camera on while you're speaking is going to keep you from speaking, then forget about it. Just speak and don't turn your camera on. Because I would rather have you participating than not participating and not having your camera on. But, you know, it is hard teaching to a class full of black spaces. And I think that your peers, from what you guys have indicated on this form, is that you also would prefer to see who is speaking, which is understandable and totally humanistic. So, you know, I encourage the use of cameras. I'm not going to mandate it. I'm definitely not going to mandate it for the entire class, because I know how strenuous that is from having taken online classes this summer, and, you know, having my camera on. So that is just, I mean, I would love it if you guys could have your cameras on while you're speaking. I think your peers would like that. It's unnecessary to have it on while I'm lecturing or anything like that, and I think that's just a lot. The only other thing I will say is, what was the last thing that came up? I don't know. I mean, oh, tips for staying organized. I would just say really use your Mondays wisely. Try to wake up at the same time that you would on a Monday. I know that's really hard and easier said than done, but really do just use your Mondays as your day to get organized and your day to get ahead on work and catch up with work and turn in your work. I think that that's going to help a lot with the stress of you know, trying to cope with online learning and feeling overwhelmed. Use your Mondays as a work day and not necessarily as a day off, because it's not a day off and it is a work day, and you will have to take, you know, to check in with me, so that I know that you're alive. I think there's a form, like an attendance form, that is going to go out, that you'll have to fill in. But other than that, you know, you guys are killing it. I'm so proud of you for having a good first week. I admire you guys for sticking this out. And if you have any questions ever, feel free to email me at any time. My email is jabraxton@fcps.edu. Please do not email the fcpsschools.net, because I don't check that. So email the email that's on my syllabus and on my contact on Blackboard, and it's the .edu. And feel free to come by office hours at 8 a.m. on Mondays. I would appreciate that. And why does first period not have my staff information? That's really, really weird. But hopefully it's somewhere else. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. I look forward to, oh, I guess it deleted it on all of these. I will re-update this because it should not look like that. So yeah, anyway, I can't wait to see you guys this week. If you haven't filled out this textbook indication form that is on Google Classroom in the stream, please complete that so that we know if you want a hard book textbook, that there's going to be a pickup day where you're going to get all of your textbooks at once, and there should have been information sent out about that from the school. That is above Miss Braxton's pay grade. I have no idea how they are doing that, but you will have an opportunity to get all of your textbooks at once. If you want a hard copy textbook, please fill out this form. All right, have an awesome day. I can't wait to see you all this week, and I look forward to the rest of the school year together. If I forgot anything that's a burning question, please email me and I will answer it ASAP. All right, bye guys.